Broncos country, what is going on? Hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday. I'm back with another Lucas Krull Film Room. We're going to take a look at some of the things that he's got to improve if he's going to become that main three down tight end for us this year. I think he's got the potential to do it. So we'll go through some plays in which it shows that he's got to get better on, and then also show you a little bit about some of his strengths, what he did well in this game in this first half against the Chargers. If you guys want, I'll put together a little film room of maybe 5, 6, 7 plays in the second half as well, but wanted to go ahead and highlight 5, 6 plays or so from the first half, week 17 against the Chargers. So let's go ahead and get into it. Y'all be sure to smash that like, subscribe, all that stuff after you comment your thoughts on this film room and Lucas Krull. But let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Okay, so Lucas Krull right over here. And this is something that he's got to improve on, and something that I noticed. Again, this is in the second quarter towards the end of the first half at this point. And I noticed that I think this might have been the first play. So all the way through the first quarter and halfway through the second quarter, anytime that Lucas Krull was in there, they weren't running. Anytime Adam Troutman was in there, they would run. And or sometimes pass it with him in there. But that might have just been something intentional from Sean Payton to just kind of set up the defense, like give them a certain personnel look and then switch that up, which that might have been part of the game plan. But seeing these two plays kind of highlight maybe this is why Sean Payton didn't do a lot of run plays with Lucas Krull in there during this half. You can see nice little pitch toss play here outside. Lucas Krull responsible for this defender coming in here. We'll go ahead and rewind it as well so I can remind myself where this defender was. Yeah, this kind of hybrid linebacker. Here you got number 27. And you can see Lucas Krull just gets a little overcommitted, isn't able to keep his body in front of the defender, nor does he end up moving on to the next defender there downfield. So, yeah, he's just kind of caught in the middle, not really doing much to impact the play. And you can see Jaleel McLaughlin still making a nice little gain, showing how slippery he is. But, yeah, Lucas Krull here, I thought this shows something that he really needs to work on is his run blocking. Of course, we'll see later on just how good of a vertical threat he is in the passing game, but he ends up blocking nobody on this play. That's something that he's got to get better at, and hopefully with another offseason, you'll see that he improves on this, okay? Now let's get to 22-10. This might have been just like 2 or 3 plays later. Maybe 2 plays. See, halfway through the second quarter, 3rd and 2. I do have this on 0.75 speed for copyright reasons. See Lucas Krull kind of lined up here off the line a little bit. Okay. Motioning over. Again, we see another pitch play. A little bit different of a run blocking scheme, but you still have guys getting outside. And you'll see Lucas Krull is taking this defender on one-on-one, and again, struggles kind of staying in front of this defender, and the cornerback's able to evade Lucas Krull pretty easily. Now, I did like the fact that he at least stayed engaged, to get his hands on this other guy, but Jaleel McLaughlin had to do a lot of work on this that I don't think he necessarily should have had to do, if that makes sense. We can get a better look at it here. I'll show this end zone angle. See there again, just kind of overcommitting a little bit, barely even getting his hands on the cornerback. And Jaleel McLaughlin, great job right there. He actually gets out of bounds too, which is really nice. So that was interesting. Again, two pretty much back to back or close to back plays to where Lucas Krull, they do have positive gains in the running game, running to his side, but it wasn't really because of anything he was doing. All right. Now, let's go ahead and show some of the stuff that I thought he did well. Let's go to 26:30. This is what I really like with him and stuff that I was expecting us to use Greg Dulcich with. The ESPN article, of course, called Greg Dulcich, a starting tight end. I don't think that's the case. I think Lucas Krull's probably in line to be that starting tight end for us this year, if not Adam Troutman. But I love this. Nice little chip and screen executed well by Jared Stidham. Throws a nice ball for him to catch and run upfield. And you can see this is what we like about Lucas Krull, his ability to get downfield well. This is where he excels at, is just getting the ball in his hands. And not every tight end can move upfield like this. It's nice that we got a guy that can do this. Cam Fleming, come on, man. And then I'll show this other flat route here. This is showing great awareness at 31-25. This is near the end of the first half to get in field goal range or better field goal range. You'll see him over on the right side of Cam Fleming coming out to the flat. Runs this route well, simple flat route, but again, catches it with his hands and then turns his body forward, understanding that he needs to get out of bounds. Small little play, but significant because I do believe they get this field goal at the end of the half. And I'll show you some another route or two of him going up against some corners or safeties. Again, I feel like he can be or linebackers rather. I feel like he can be a nice little mismatch for us. Start of the second quarter. You can see he has motioned out into the slot right here. Lined up against this linebacker, 43 or something like that. And I thought that this was a nice route run by him. Just Stidham didn't find him. Again, this is something that I saw Krull run 2 or 3 times during the first half. These nice little in routes kind of around the sticks. And this is a mismatch. Little zone coverage. And this, again, I understand. I forget what down this is. First down for the Broncos. 1st and 10. I think this is one where you would like to see Jared Stidham be a little bit more aggressive here because it seems like he knew where he was going with the ball, which I don't have any issue with pre-snap. But if you identify that this is more so zone coverage, which is what this is, Lucas Krull is wide open on this in route, kind of towards the first down. When Davis Webb talked a couple of weeks ago at OTAs about being aggressive to throw downfield, this is where I'm hoping that we see our quarterbacks excel at this year. We see Bo Nix excel at this year, where, yes, you can throw this, and this actually ended up being incomplete. You can throw this little check down because it can be there for you. But there was all sorts of space here. This is a nice route run by Lucas Krull. A lot of space here to get a substantial chunk of yardage. And I thought he ran that well. It shows you the type of weapon that he can be for us. And let me show you one more play. Let's go to, this is a 3rd and 1 at the beginning of the game. Let's go ahead and run this. See Krull there in the high slot there on the right. Another little in route here, kind of down the field a bit. And this is the stuff that I think he excels at. Now there's pressure that gets to Jarrett Stidham. This is 3rd and 1. He ends up completing it to Pirine. I forget if this was ruled incomplete or not, or fumbled. Can't remember. But nonetheless, you can get a nice little view of his route here, where maybe if the pocket doesn't collapse, you see Jarrett Stidham find Lucas Krull there, across the field, open. It's just, I think Stidham made the right read there, getting rid of the ball as he was getting hit. I don't think he had enough time to hit Krull down the field, but this is something to where if you look at my other videos, I'll attach them in the description, maybe the comments as well. He can run a lot of the routes that you would like a receiving threat tight end to run. But there are some things, as I pointed out at the beginning, that Lucas Krull needs to still work on in order to be that 3-down tight end, to where we're not always tipping our hand on what we're doing or putting ourselves in a bad situation to where he's like a net negative on the field when it comes to run blocking. So that's going to be my hope is, can Lucas Krull, he's got the body, the physicals, now can he master the technique when it comes to blocking? If so, he could be that X factor for the offense. That would be my hope. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Again, like, subscribe. Thank you for your time. I will be back again tomorrow, Broncos country. And as always, go Broncos.